this is where we file utility patents. So I'm here to tell you there's other forms of protection. I'm here to tell you that you can keep trade secrets, that you can have exclusive supplier agreements, you can trademarks, copyrights, you can not sell your products on the open market. You can innovate faster than your competition, and you can just provide unequivocal value to your customer. So you do these things, and then you have these, you can protect in these other ways. There is no surefire way to protect your ideas. And patents, you're not going to file a patent, you're like Superman, you just go throw all your ideas out there and you're protected. It's not the case. It's not the case. There's always ways around. We're inventive people, right? We will, if you tell me there's a barrier here, I will get around it. I will figure a way to get around it or over it or around it. If I'm the greed corporation and I want to make money, there's ways around everything. So just in summary, just to get through the kind of the first patent basics section of class. Patents are, I think, this is my hypothesis. You are free to disagree with me. It is America. You can think whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. You'll pay the prices, and I won't. But you are at best, and patents are at best, a business tool to protect the market share of customers. That's how we use them. We protect our market share of customers with patents. That's how inventors would do that. They're not necessary to take a product to market. You can take your product to market freely without a patent. Nobody's going to stop you. And the number of patents doesn't define technological genius. So he's got 33 patents. So he's got 300 patents, right? Oh, but Edison, he had 1,000 patents. You know, these people are just coming up with ideas. Right? It's so easy to get a patent, as a matter of fact, right? That I can come up with an idea for $110. I can go file a provisional right now in less than 15 minutes. I can scratch it on a piece of paper. I can scan it as a PDF, and I can upload it to USPTO. It cost me $110. Okay, I got a provisional patent. Is it worth anything? Yeah. Anyways, patents are easy to get, easier than you think. The main question that organizations usually ask is, how does this? Am I protecting my revenue stream? Will I be able to recover my R&D costs if I have this thing? And is this the best way to protect it? And my most important point on the summary is if there's no value to a customer, then there's no need for your idea. Right? We have to be need-centric and think of people and their problems. So this was a question I had. This is a personal question. Because I came out of Berkeley and I was like, man, all these people have patents. They must be really smart. How do they come up with these ideas, right? Oh, you know, Professor Pisano, he switched this from this to like this and pulled this over here. And it was a new thing, and that was neat. How did he do that, right? How do I generate those ideas? So I was thinking, right, that I should figure that out. And my answer over the past 5 years, my experience tells me that that rather than going and looking for new and novel things, because I can do that every day of the week, I can make something new right now. Is it valuable to a customer? It's worthless. Okay, fine. So let's not live in the land of esoteria, right? And come up with new ideas for fun. Let's ask what do our customers need, or forecast what our customers need, and go, you know, with the plan of providing that to the society, that product. Let's go file a patent on that, or generate some ideas. This is a crazy slide. This is wild. I almost didn't want to. It's too much on one slide. It's not simple or elegant, but it was necessary actually, so I put it up. This is what I call the patent process. So after slogging through the last 5 years of trying to learn, this is the process that I follow. I find that I follow. I try to measure myself and see what do I do to come up with ideas, and this is really kind of the process that I follow. The pink shaded box are where inventors are active. This is where inventors need to be a part of this. They need to be a part of in the entire process, but this is really where you add value. And some say, oh, but Eric, that's the customer need. That's the marketing department. But I'm here to tell you that's not true. Marketing is too important to be left to the marketing department. You have to understand as an engineer, how can you come up with that idea? Your marketing guy comes to you and he says, no, Eric, I need this thing to be repairable. I have an example. Wait, the marketing guy needs to be repairable. But that wasn't what the customer needed. It's just that the customer had another product he was using that was repairable, and he said, I want something that's repairable. We're going to talk about this. But that's not what the customer needed. It's what he said he wanted. It's not simple. Okay, then how do we generate these solutions? It's really important to come up with these different solutions. And I'm going to talk about how we push our boundaries to find new ideas and what is the value of it. We should be asking ourselves, is it important? What's the value? Should I protect it? Should I give it freely? And then the disclosure. So all of you who are in ME 217 should be will be very happy because we're going to file a disclosure today in this presentation, and you will have an example which you can follow for your final project of the semester. So customer need. This is one of my favorite quotes in engineering, and it comes from Henry Ford, who, by the way, did not invent the automobile. I'm sure you guys are all aware of that. If you're in engineering, you're probably aware that he worked on manufacturing processes, right, and methods to produce cars for low cost. But the statement, the quote is very interesting because it says, if I asked them what they wanted, they would have said faster horses. But he didn't give them faster horses. Right? So there's something that we do. There's a point where we add value as entrepreneurs, innovators, inventors, engineers, where we say, he asked for this. But what he really wanted was this. So how do I go between those two things? So my message is that we really need to focus on core customer needs and not what he wants. Every day I have customers come to me. It doesn't matter whether it's the technicians in the A&T department, the assembly and test department that are building my products. Eric, I need this tool, right? Or it's the customer who says, I need a repairable probe card. You really have to think about, what is he asking? How do we do that? How do we transform from wants to needs? So this is important. And if you do focus on customer needs, you will solve some very interesting problems. How do I establish need? Establishing need. So this is really important. It's not, you won't find this as a common lecture topic. At least I did when I was here. In undergrad, grad, anyways. First, who is it? What is a customer? A customer can be a person, a customer can be an organization, a customer can be a company. A customer can be anyone or anything that purchases a commodity or service. So this is what a customer is. And you say, but how do I give them value, Eric? How do I provide value to my customer so that I can improve their quality of life or being or improve something? And the first step, and this is like black magic to 95% of the engineers that I know. 95%. Ask them what they like or dislike. Ask them what they want. Ask them what they want. I learned, actually, the best way to do this is to play with your significant other, right? Because I've heard this before. Eric, you don't understand my needs, right? I did this. But you asked me this, and I did it. I cleaned the kitchen, right? This is not what she was really asking for. She was actually asking for some time or something. So this is, and this is not an engineer. They're not gonna. I won't give you the differential equation to solve this problem, but start asking people, what do you like? What do you want? What's a pain in the ass? Or when somebody says, I can't do that because of this, right? Boom, prime time for innovation. Prime time. I can't do it because of this, or I want this. When people are always saying, oh, this sucks, right? I was having a battle with the projector before you guys showed up. Man, this is terrible. Right? I'm not going to be able to present my thing. This projector sucks. Boom, prime time. Solve the problem. Maybe it's an older computer. I'm sure it's already been solved. But this is that moment of power as an engineer that you really have to pay attention to. Right? This guy comes to you complaining, and, oh, don't bother me. I'm solid modeling, and I'm running my ANSYS right now. Get away. Right? But the guy's got the next best need for you. So you listen to this guy, and you can't just listen to them. You have to observe them. Go watch them. I go out to Building 6, and I stand in A&T, and I watch people use my stuff. And I take all my engineers with me. You must come, and you must stand by me and watch. Eric, I got to sit here for 4 hours. Can I bring my computer? No, watch them. Watch them use the product. What can you make better? What can you improve? And these are really the questions we should be asking. And then the next step is really to identify different conflicts. There's a trade-off there. Something's happening where they're not satisfied. So, you identify these conflicts, and I'm going to talk about TRIZ in a moment on how we identify conflicts for keeping them from being satisfied. And if you resolve these conflicts or contradictions, then you come up with innovative ideas. So, this is literally, I have this sheet. It's called